Guys, I thought it would be fun today to try every online personality test that I could find. I'm not going to be paying for any of these tests, so these are all going to be whatever's free online. 2, I'm not taking any zodiac or star signs. Let's just get to it. This first test is called 16 Personalities. You regularly make new friends. Kind of disagree. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I would say I thrive in the chaos, 100%. It's about a minute per page with this test. This is a 10-minute test. We're at 5 minutes right now. Here are the results. Mind. This trait determines how we interact with our environment. 59% introverted. I would say that is very accurate. Personality type is advocate. Infija. Energy, this trait shows where we direct our mental energy. 63% feeling. I think it's a little high, but I am more feeling for sure. 80% judging. I'm so judgy. It's a little bit of turbulence. A little bit, yeah. All right, so that's 16 personalities. I would say I resonate with those test results. 8.5 out of 10. It's great. 8.5 out of 10. I would recommend. Probably takes you about 10 minutes to complete. This is called the multi-phasic personality test. Okay, 104 questions. Let's just do a time lapse of this. Okay, maybe sometimes. Okay, I have powers that others would not be able to understand. I'm gonna say, that's just the funniest question. Not me. That was actually shorter test than the previous one, but it was just exhausting. Most of the test questions were about, do I feel like people are watching me, or do I feel like people are going to be unfaithful to me? They're very self-centered and like almost sort of schizophrenic. I don't know what kind of test this is. Here we go. Masculine identity, feminine identity. So I got a 50 in hypomania. Hypomania measures one's degree of excitability as well as propensity to experience elated but unstable moods. The flight of ideas and behavioral overactivity accompanied by grandiosity, irritability, and egocentricity. I relate to 50% of the hypomaniacs out there. I'm not gonna lie, this was a really weird test. It didn't really tell me much about me except how much I identify with masculine stereotypes. Everything else I scored really low. In this validity area, validity measures the probability that you answer the questions on the test truthfully and attentively. Not a fan of this test. It didn't really tell me much of anything. I'd give this test a 3 out of 10. It's not worth taking. This free personality test reveals who you really are. Test your personality type and find your strengths. Well, don't mind if I do. I try not to draw attention to myself. That is that's pretty accurate. I feel uncomfortable when I do disagree with someone. Depends on the situation. Most of the time I don't really care. I have a vivid imagination. I would enjoy attending a large party in my honor. Absolutely not. I question the wisdom of my elders. I don't know, my grandmother used to say some things that, they didn't make any sense, but I did absorb all of it. No, it's not important for me to follow traditions. I have a zest for life. I wonder why I am the way I am. Why are you the way that you are? It is important to me that other people like me. Not really care. I don't really care. I have trouble sticking to a routine. Neutral. I feel like if you're ever at a loss for conversation topics, you can always take any one of these, change it around a little bit, and just start talking to people. Your personality type results for the Type Finder personality test. 55% introverted, 45 extra. Sensing and intuitive. That is consistent. Thinking, feeling, about 50-50. Perceiving, judging. Once again, I am very judgy. I am an INFJ. As an INFJ, you are guided by a deeply considered set of personal values. You are intensely idealistic and can clearly imagine a happier and more perfect future. You can become discouraged by the harsh realities of the present, but are typically motivated and persistent in taking positive action nonetheless. You feel an intrinsic drive to do what you can to make the world a better place. The Type Finder personality test took plus or minus 15 minutes to do. They're kind of basic results. They don't tell you that much. You can pay to get your full report. Sneaky, sneaky. Overall, I enjoyed taking this test. It didn't give me as many results as the first one did, but it didn't take too long. I would say this one, 7 out of 10. This is called the Jung Typology Test, and this is another one that's based off of the Myers-Briggs test, so it's going to give me like a 4-letter result. Do you feel involved when watching TV soaps? Okay. There's one summer I got super heavy into Passions, the soap opera TV show. Every day, 2 o'clock, I was watching it and I was heavily involved. That is a tough question. You value justice higher than mercy. I'm gonna say, yeah, I value justice higher than mercy. That's just the reality of it. When considering a situation, you pay more attention to the current situation and less to a possible sequence of events. No, I'd say I take the subsequent events into consideration as well. Okay, this was a very short test that took about 7 minutes. ESTJ. Okay, if these tests I'm taking are all kind of related to the Myers-Briggs test, why am I getting different letters? I'm answering them for the most part the same way. Extroverted, sensing, thinking, judging. I am so judgy. ESTJs thrive on order and continuity. Being extroverted, their focus involves organization of people, which translates into supervision. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. I'm not extroverted, and my focus isn't on organizing people. ESTJ careers. ESTJs make good mid and high rank managers and executives. They succeed as military and police workers, politicians, engineers, and entrepreneurs. They are found in tech companies among those who deal with practical aspects of technology. Does not sound like me. Okay, let's look at it a little bit more. Staff development and teamwork. Oh, it's just wanting me to buy something. Let's get out of this. You have slight preference of extroversion over introversion. You have slight preference of sensing over intuition. What? No. The Jung Typology Test, the results did not sound like me at all. Did not resonate with me. I'm gonna give this test a 2 out of 10. Quite literally said the opposite of what the first couple tests told me. The first couple tests were saying that I'm more introverted, which I 100% am. I was more on the intuitive side than kind of the sensing side. And this is saying the exact opposite. So I do not agree with this test. This next test is called the Enneagram test. I have taken this test many times. From what I understand, when you have a big life change, your results are going to be different, which understandably so, that makes sense. But it has been a while since I've taken it, so I don't know, I might get something different now. Fear of being taken advantage of keeps me from being more trusting. I think when I first meet someone or anybody, I give everyone the same level of trust. And from that point on, you either show me that you can handle that trust or that you don't deserve that. So it's just a sliding scale from there. But I go into relationships trusting people. Ooh, that's a good question. I really enjoy feeling bittersweet. I feel like that question is for me, like right there. I'm gonna agree. I'm just gonna agree. I spend hours alone with my hobbies. Have you ever tried editing? I side with the rebels over the establishment. What's up, my rebels? What? I tested much differently than what I thought I would. People with the Enneagram Type 8 personality tend to be self-confident, powerful, and assertive. They generally enjoy engaging in debates and making difficult decisions. Okay, this is particularly noteworthy. I have tested pretty consistently after I was married as an Enneagram Type 1, the idealist, and I've always thought I was a Type 1 Wing 9. And for some reason today I tested as an as a type 8, which is very surprising to me. I don't know if I'm answering these questions wrong or the test is just a little bit, just a little bit different. I don't know. That's very surprising to me. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna have to give this one probably a 7 out of 10. I've taken several different types of Enneagram tests and they've all come back giving me the same answer. Well, no, that's the score I'm gonna give that one. Okay, this is the Dark Triad personality test. The Dark Triad looks at these negative traits. Psychologists have developed tests to determine whether or not these traits exist and potentially spot dangerous people. So this test is going to determine my negative traits and if I am a dangerous person. Interesting. I don't talk a lot. Yeah, I agree with that one. I'm interested in people, 100%. I leave my belongings around. I insult people. Let's get the important people on your side. I like to get revenge on authorities. And it's time for the results. Okay, here's the data. Okay, where are my results? Where are my results? It didn't give me my results. This is terrible, I'm sorry. I'm not taking this test again. Because I didn't get results, 0 out of 10. It didn't tell you anything, it just wasted my time. But if I had to rate it in interestingness of the questions, I'll give that a 9 out of 10. But it doesn't matter because I didn't get any results, so. On to the next one. Time for the next quiz. I'm excited about this one. What kind of husband are you? This is a free quiz about your marriage. So, let's get started. What do you think is your main role as a husband? To make sure my wife and children have everything they need. Oh, yeah. How is your communication with your wife? They don't have the option I'm needing. Explosive and exciting. Oh my goodness, like who was answering this? Someone that used to attract me, but we've grown apart? Come on. Let's say the love of my life. What does a perfect day look like to you? Spend time at home and relax. I go fishing alone and meditate. I meet new people and talk to beautiful women. Are you serious? Spend the entire day with my wife and in the evening have a romantic dinner together. It's so easy to get 100% on this. How do you end an argument with your wife? I send text messages to a female friend complaining about what has just happened. This is a joke. This is definitely a joke. The free spirit. You value your freedom very much, and aside from being a husband, you are a man with passions and interests of his own. You do care about your family, but also like to spend time alone and think independently. This is not wrong. Okay, thank you. Marriage.com. What do you know about marriage? Probably a lot. Being a husband is a major responsibility, and you shouldn't forget to be there when loved ones need you. This is not a legitimate quiz, but I'm going to give it 5 out of 10. This one is called Describe Your Future Wife. This test I'm just taking to see if who it describes in the results is my wife. So we'll just see. I can already tell just by this picture that this is not nationally certified. Guys, this test is another joke. If a test is trying to figure out who your future wife is going to be and it's asking you what your favorite color is, just click exit right now. But it is green. And they don't even have my favorite color on here. The results are a modern woman. She's no stay-at-home mom. The modern woman will be superwoman, seamlessly accomplishing all tasks as if they are nothing. She will be a mother, a wife, a boss, and a nurturer. I do question the legitimacy of this test. 1 out of 10 at best. And the final test is the PATH assessment. The PATH assessment is a quick and easy test that uses your answers to a set of questions to identify your traits and behaviors. So this assessment examines your traits and behaviors in terms of who you are in the workplace. All right, test me, assess me. Choose the 5 statements that best describe me. Choose the top 2 sets that best describe you. Oh. Sign up to see your results. Come on. Well, I guess I gotta do it. They're probably gonna sell my information. Upload your resume? What? Your path assessment says you would do best as a journalist. Self-aware, detail-oriented, composed. Journalists are most successful when they have access to all the information. At times they may seem like they work best alone, but once they have what they're looking for, they're excellent team players. I would not recommend this test. 0 out of 10 for me. I didn't know where they were trying to go with a lot of them because it was all over the place, and I'm not interested in journalism. Like, is this something you want to do versus something that you're already doing? I would not recommend the path assessment test. Well, these are my thoughts on all these tests. This is really just for fun. I don't take any of these too seriously. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about these tests, or if you've already taken them. And I'll see you guys in the next video.